Let's try it. 58% isn't the worst. Kim distrusts us, but let's try.
Good idea.
There we go.
Just ask him. He won't make a scene.
Kim, can I talk to the man alone for a second?
Fine.
He steps away with his notes.
See? What can he do? You're a grown man.
Now, what is the Pale?
Are you sure you're sure? Your colleague seemed adamant.
Yes, what is the Pale?
Okay. The Pale is the most dominant geological feature of the world, Detective. The separative tissue between the islas. It is the inter-islary mass.
Wait, what is an isla?
Isla is a Messinian word for a continent of matter, enveloped on all sides by the Pale. Also, isolation, or landmass. We used to believe there was only one. In the last 4 centuries, we have discovered 7. Windy, Seol, Samara, Ilmara, Grad, Katla, and this, Insulinde.
And Insulinde is?
An oceanic isla. It comprises mostly of water. Muindi is the largest, Katla the coldest, Insulinde the bluest. What can I say? Each is perishing and dear.
Okay, what is the Pale like?
Achromatic, odorless, featureless. The Pale is the enemy of matter and life. It is not like any other, or anything in the world. It is the transition state of being into nothingness.
Is it here?
No, Detective. We're safe. It begins there, 6,000 kilometers to the north, and even more to the south, east, and west. You are in the middle of the Isla.
As your gaze instinctively turns north, a small black pit opens up in your stomach.
6,000 kilometers from the end of the world.
Yes. That is enough. Many cities are built much closer.
And point north there?
An uproar of matter, darling. Rising into the Pale. Rolling. Evaporating even. A great vision. The area of transition between the world and the Pale is called porch collapse. Imagine a grey coronal mist, cold vapor marked by spores of an opportunistic microorganism, a mold that's adapted to grow at the edge of the unrest. It's the most disco thing you will ever see.
Hell yeah.
You hear your pulse rise. The air feels caustic and cold suddenly.
What are its physical qualities?
It's difficult to describe, or even measure. Something whose fundamental property is the suspension of properties. Physical, epistemological, linguistic. The further into Pale you travel, the steeper the degree of suspension, right down to the mathematical. Numbers stop working. No one has yet passed the number barrier. It may be impossible.
If we're surrounded by Pale, how do you get from Isola to Isola?
Oh, it is so difficult for us.
A squall of birds. Hardware operating in the harbor. Firm. Self-evident.
It is possible to force dimensions on the Pale. In modern times, we can even compress its latitude, bouncing radio waves from one end to the other, shortening the path. But it is still hard for humans to navigate the Pale without getting lost, or having our minds damaged.
The Pale can damage the mind?
Extensively.
How?
Some say the damage stems from extreme sensory deprivation. Others argue that Pale somehow consists of past information that's degrading, that it's rarefied past, not rarefied matter. They call it the blend over of the self. The Pale does not only suspend the laws of physics, but also the laws of psychology, maybe history even. The human mind becomes over-radiated by past.
What does this over-radiation feel like?
It feels terrible. Absolutely terrible. International standards strictly limit civilian travelers to 6 days of Pale exposure per year.
It's more for her. Way more.
You're not a civilian passenger.
No, nameless detective of the Citizens Militia. I am a member of the entreprenetic business class. I'm cleared and trained for 22 days of Pale transit annually.
Perhaps that explains her strange pining after the revolution. Some degraded early memories.
Are you over-radiated?
Up to my gills, officer.
Okay, what's entreprenetic?
Entreprenetics is the scientific study of the Pale, or a recent iteration of it by way of grad. The study of the Pale reaches back 6,000 years. The Pericarnassians called it the Western Plain.
Did they cross it, the Western Plain?
There are signs of pre-modern crossings. Successful navigation of the Pale relies not just on technical know-how, but intensive psychological preparation. Some of these tactics have been known for thousands of years.
What has entreprenetics changed then?
Nothing. We remain powerless before the Pale. The only real advance in Pale transit is the speed with which an aerostatic craft can pierce it. Less exposure leads to less effects later.
Aerostatic craft?
Hybrid airships, detective. Conventional rotors or jet engines no longer add velocity after the point of reference for motion is suspended, once you've crossed from near Pale to far Pale. In essence, we throw them in and they come out the other end. If we throw them precisely.
If we do not?
Then they don't.
Gone, like a skipping stone beneath the surface.
How much Pale is there compared to the world?
The Pale outweighs reality 2 to 1. There is more Pale than there is matter, and the ratio is slipping.
Slipping how? To our detriment, or...?
What do you think, detective?
She looks you in the eye. It's shrinking. There is more and more of the world. It's growing. There is more and more of the Pale. Let's go with the second one.
Precisely. One of the few measurable effects of the Pale is that it is expanding at an unknown rate. An intuitive conclusion of that development is that one day the Pale will cover everything. But this sort of talk is mostly left to extremists.
It's not extreme at all. I know it's going to happen. Cover everything? That can't be. Where would we go? Stay silent. It's not extreme at all.
Most people, and indeed most private and government sector organizations, entire civilizations and religions even, find handy ways to ignore or downplay that knowledge.
Fair.
I suggest you do the same.
Off we go. You see the hanged man's mouth open.
Off we go into the wild Pale yonder.
One and all. They say Pale is death, but for the universe.
Why should we just leave, and the world get left behind?
Man, the world building for this game is so good. Like, when I first found out about the Pale, that was just mind-blowing. Like, what the fuck? How do you even think of stuff like that? It's so good. And, like, usually you'd be like, okay, yeah, show don't tell. But in this case, like, just her talking about it, just because the writing is so good, just paints such a vivid picture in your head. And, man, this conversation, I love it. It's so good. Let's return to reality, please.
Yes, sweet reality. But before we do, tell me, detective, is this the first time you're hearing this? Do you really not remember anything?
Nothing, just alcohol fumes and blackout. I sometimes sense vague shadows of a past and it's not good. I'm getting a sense of who I am, but no, I didn't know this. I sometimes sense vague shadows of a past and it's not good.
Then tell me, what do you think of the Pale?
It's terrifying. You were right, it's Disco. It will end all life. That we continue to persist at all is a testament to our faith in one another. Its advance can only be stopped with immediate, total, ruthless communism. A powerful anti-communist force, perhaps too powerful, but still, they have it coming. I'm worried. I have to say, it doesn't sound very liberal to me. I don't know how you've all survived with it. It's a huge accomplishment. Who am I to think anything of it? Okay. Let's just go with this because it's the dumbest thing to say. Her eyes tense, crow's feet radiate from them. She observes you, your bloodshot eyes and swollen face.
You really didn't know. This does not spell good for the investigation, Detective. If you don't know even this, then...
She stops mid-sentence. I'll handle it. It's under control. This investigation will be my masterpiece. The one they remember me by, I promise. Yes, I'm in serious trouble here. It'll be a fucking disaster, I know it. All those people will die. Do we go Doom or do we go Superstar Cop? Let's go Superstar Cop.
I hope so. I truly do. If I may suggest, hold on to your colleague, Kitsuragi. I ran a check on him and he is very competent. In the meanwhile...
Well, we're working as hard as we can to not have that happen.
Some of that assurance is meant for herself, as much as it's meant for you. She must have a lot on the line here.
You have me. I will assist you in any way I can, even if we have to do it one basic term at a time.
She gives you a slight bow.
Good. You have not passed out from it. Perhaps I worried for nothing. Are we still on the reality lowdown, or should we do actual police work now?
You needn't have worried. That was fucking insane, Kim. Right, let's get to work, Lieutenant. Some more reality lowdown before we go. That was fucking insane, Kim.
Yes, well, the rest of us have dealt with it for thousands of years, so...
He looks around, a little uncomfortable now.
You will have to deal with it, too, the lieutenant thinks. This is why I didn't want you to know.
Right, let's get back. Let's get to work, Lieutenant.
Good luck, detectives.
She nods you goodbye. Okay. What do we do next? We could go up to the balcony and visit Cindy the Skull. I think we could do that. Let's go to the balcony. Ah, the cleaning lady is gone. I mean, yeah, it's late. It's midnight. She better get some rest, I suppose. What's in this box? It's some tear. Very nice. Another box. More tear. Yes. Cindy.
Ooh, the piggies have learned how to saunter up staircases. I didn't think you could do that with hooves. But here you are.
That's right, we've evolved. You're in trouble now, little lady. We cops don't like closed doors or unreachable perches or people having high grounds on us. I don't have time for this. What do we go for here? You're in trouble now, little lady.
Yes, Uncle Maynard. Huge trouble. You're gonna take out your metal detector and your collection of bottle caps and shrapnel.
Okay, catch you later. Let's go in here. What do we have here? Oh, this is, I think this needs, this requires the, what are they called? What's it called? The pry bar. There we go. We don't need the pyrolidon in our hand right now. Now we can open it. 5 real 18 cents. And in here, there's Paul Lehom laborer genes plus electrochemistry minus reaction speed. We'll take a look at that in a second. Let's go to that thought. Someone's been sleeping here recently. Cindy. 100 tiny feet scurrying beneath the grate. The rats of the city. Let's take a look at this. Enough coal to last for several winters. Smells of chemicals. Fire. Suddenly you feel the box is on fire. Why? Because there's pyrolidon in there. There we go. Oh yeah, and we get +2 psyche. Why did we get +2 psyche? What caused that? I don't remember. Was it a thought of ours? Or was it coach physical instrument? Isn't that? No, some kind of superstar. No. Hobocop doesn't do that either, I assume. Okay, alcohol gives us +2 physique, but it doesn't say anything about pyrolidon. Minus empathy. No. Cold Mamadakwa doesn't do that either. No. No. And those don't do anything quite yet. I don't know why we get +2 from pyrolidon. +2, +2, +1. Yeah. They don't even detract the same stat. I don't know why we get +2, but I'm not gonna question it. I thought that was only gonna be +1. Okay, that's fine. Let's step back outside. One more quick conversation with Cindy.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Is that bed in the coal room yours?
Ooh. Not only have you found my address, you've discovered my biggest secret. I'm a coal miner.
She does have eyes that seem to be smeared with coal.
Really? You're a miner? Don't you have a real home? It's not the nicest place, but I guess it'll have to do. Really? You're a miner?
Yes. I keep hoping a shaft will collapse on me, but somehow it never happens.
Don't you have a real home?
Does anyone in a city like this?
She replies wistfully, looking around.
If there's pain about any particular home she's lost, she's buried it deep, fortified herself against it.
It's not the nicest place, but I guess it'll have to do.
It doesn't have to do anything at all. Nothing does. Like me. Right now, I'm doing nothing at all.
Cool, I have other questions.
Shoot, Piggy. It's what you do, isn't it?
I found some drugs in the coal room. Yours?
They just might be. Rough stuff. If you take the ride, you'd be wise to buckle your little pig belly up.
Her neurons must be on fire, the heat creating waves and ripples in all she sees. Above all, in her painting.
Does it make you see everything all art-like?
You really think I need to be high to see the world as art? Poor unimaginative Piggy. How I wouldn't want to have your peepers.
To hell with the art part, man. It's all about the high anyway.
Let's see what the other
They
options
just-
say.
Her neurons must
I
be.
like bumpy rides.
We apologise, but we're currently not buying the entrapment you're selling. Please call again later. Thank you.
She smiles at her own joke.
If you're really interested, then I'm sorry. But I don't do anti-radiation drugs anymore, so I don't know where to get them.
Where did you get these then?
From a guy on Buggy Street, Porta Rosa. Go there after midnight, and you can get all kinds of funny things. Veterans of the People's Pile selling their stash.
Damn me and my affinity to farm animals, she's probably thinking. She hopes the information is useless.
Well, it is. We can't go to Boogie Street right now. Okay, catch you later, Cindy. Alright, let's go up here. What does this say? The door is locked, you can't get in. Above, tarps flap in the wind. Forgotten hammers and nails rust. And there's some more tear. No, some straight up money. Not gonna complain about that either. Very good, we're at 16 now. That is very nice. Nothing else up here. Let's go back down. And go to the exit. There we go. Now, where do we go next? What is there still left to do today? The Manana guy has gone to sleep, so we can't ask him about the armor. Is there anything I still need Kim for? Do I send him to bed and go on my little boot stealing adventures? I think I might just do that. I don't think we need anything from the kinema, do we? Open the door for Everard. We can tell him that, but that's tomorrow. Report back to Plaisance. That's tomorrow. Joyce's info on the lynching. We'll get there eventually. Jam mystery, interrogate the drivers. Yes, of course. Send the body to processing. That will have to wait. Pick up the dice as tomorrow. Wash off the death smell. We can do that later. Find the murder weapon. We'll do that eventually. We just have to upgrade our hand-eye coordination or something, I suppose. Special borscht. When the cook is in the kitchen, we can do that. Find Morel. We have to wait for the gate to be opened. That will be tomorrow, I think. Add more beauty to the wall. We need some more fuel oil. Where's the rest of the armor? Ask Manana. Find the traffic hooligan. That's on the other side. Track down the badge. We'll have to wait. Who put the clothes in the trash? We'll get to that. The victim's tattoos. We'll get to that. Who made the call reporting the crime? Keep searching for the caller. Secret passage. Sing karaoke. Buy fallen pants. Investigate apartment 10 for the cleaning lady. Oh, we have to report back to her. We'll do that later. And get the hangman's boots. Yep, that's... Nothing can be done with Kim around today. So let's go to bed. Or well, let's pretend we're going to bed. The Hardy Boys are gone as well. Let's take a look at the stuff here. There are some things lying around. It's a bowl, there's spit in it, reeking of tobacco. That tracks. There's some more money, 50 cents, very nice. Photos of men in overalls toting guns and Union placards. You see hawthorn bushes outside. Okay. Let's keep going then. Go upstairs. Send Kim to bed, since the debrief only happens on the first day. Let's open this door. Step inside. See you in the morning, Kim. See you in the morning. Let's close the door so he thinks we're gone. Let's take a look at that. I assume we just didn't see that with our perception when we woke up. Ah, empty cassette case. Let's take that as well. Do we have any tear? This is tear. Let's take it. That's just some free money for us. Take all. What's this? Words fail to describe how rank it smells in here. They should have sent a poet. Let's take this. There's more tear here. It's all money. Let's pick this up. This is a tear bottle. I think this big one isn't. Let's take this and this. Oh, this one as well. Take that. Anything else around? I don't think so. Those aren't tear bottles either. Okay. Let's head back out. Before we take a shower and all that, or a bath, I suppose, we're gonna... Whoop. Let's get that thought first. Nothing on the front page rings a bell. Strange. Yeah, weird. Okay. Let's head back into the basement with the corpse fridge. And try our best to wrangle those boots from the dead man's feet. And hopefully we can wear them. There we go, go in there. Alright. It's over here in the ice bear fridge, of course. Let's see, take a look at that.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red. It's guarding over the freezing corpse hidden inside its belly.
Try to remove the dead man's boots again.
The body is reluctant to let go of the boots, as though it were its last bit of dignity. You're going to need to summon all your strength for this undertaking.
Okay.
Whatever you're planning to do, you need to do it before you catch pneumonia in the cold draft coming from deep inside the fridge.
Pull on the right boot.
It's not completely useless. You're able to reveal a little more of the putrid polymer sock beneath the boot.
Pull on the left boot.
It feels like the leg is going to come off along with the boot, but you're able to get the boot to move a centimeter or two. Just relax. This is easy. This is happening.
I'd hope so.
See? The corpse doesn't care if you try to take his boots. He doesn't need them.
Adjust
He's probably glad to get rid of them.
Let's adjust his seating position.
He's too heavy to move by yourself. A great mass of dead muscles, with hoarfrost covering his milky eyes. Is that an accusatory glance he gave you? No. No, he's cool.
Try to twist the boots off one by one.
This is the right method. It takes some time, but eventually the boots come off, with nasty slices of polymer sock stuck to even bigger pieces of skin and rotting flesh.
Take stock of the damage.
Not good. Let's pin this on the bear. The ice bear tore up his legs with its claws. As for the boots, you can't possibly do anything with them until you've cleaned and disinfected them thoroughly. Yes, these absolutely need to be washed before. The stink is incredible. Didn't the Whirling have a kitchen?
Okay, let's go to the Whirling's kitchen and clean the boots there, and then we can put them on, and then we can go up and take a bath and read some books and just relax for the rest of the evening. Oh, first I want to check on something, because last time it didn't happen, and it's a fun thing that can happen. I want to talk to Joyce real quick, just a quick quick conversation. Since Kim stopped it last time. I don't know if Kim stopping it stopped it for good for this playthrough. But I guess we'll see. What's this? Shadows on the water, green plants under the calm surface.